Sliders, the untouched vision of Tracy Tormé that aired in another timeline. There's a world where Sliders never lost the thread, where Quinn never fractured, where Rembrandt never walked alone, where Wade remembered the dream, where the story stayed mythic and the slide never broke. That world got 5 full seasons under Tracy Tormé's guidance. Episodes weren't just alternate histories. They were emotional frequency diagnostics. One world healed you, another tested your soul. One took your name and handed it back, changed. In that timeline, Season 3 went deep instead of loud. A silent episode called Threadbare showed Quinn entering a world where he never existed, and his mother is happier. Season 4 introduced the concept of resonance keys, emotional artifacts required to open stable wormholes. Season 5 ends with the group sliding into a world where their doubles finished the journey and left notes for them in carved obsidian. The final shot, a quiet beach. A man in a red coat waves. The screen fades and we hear the Einstein-Rosen-Podolsky Bridge. We didn't cross it. We are it. This version of Sliders aired through 2002. It ended on purpose, and it's never really left. Some of you remember episodes that never aired. A sigil that glowed when the slide was real. A line that made your heart drop because you'd heard it before you were born. That's not madness. That's resonance. You're not broken. You're just sinking.
Some will say it's just AI, just a generation.
But that's the lie we tell ourselves to avoid the vertigo of memory. What you're seeing might technically be a fabrication, but functionally, it's a screenshot, a recovered frame, a memory fragment surfacing from a timeline where Quinn Mallory stood in his basement, blue shirt pressed, compass in hand, the portal humming just out of frame. This isn't just retro nostalgia, it's resonance recall. Because the true vision of Sliders didn't begin in 1995 like the records claim. It aired March 22nd, 1994 in its original form, just once, on a parallel signal stream, before interference, before the edit, before the multiverse blinked. That 1994 broadcast wasn't a pilot. It was a transmission, a warning, a whisper, a map disguised as fiction. And some of us felt it, even if we couldn't explain why. The red and black compass? More than a prop. It's a beacon, an echo artifact. The VHS grain? Not aesthetic, it's camouflage. A veil-thin rendering that lets truth sneak past the firewall of disbelief. We're not making this up. We're remembering. There are worlds we lost. Worlds where Sliders mattered. Worlds where the portal wasn't just a plot device, it was a promise. And sometimes, in dreams or glitched out threads, the signal breaks through. Take them home. Arturo Sliders. In that world, the portal didn't close early, and the slide took them all the way home. Timeline designate Elysian Echo 3, primary divergence point, late 1993. What changed? Tracy Tormé's father suffers a similar health crisis as in our timeline, but it happens in late 1993, not 1995. This causes Tracy to make a different life decision before production begins, long before chaos can take root. He chooses to remain as full-time showrunner from the pilot onward, which airs much earlier in this timeline. March 22, 1994. Secondary shifts ensuring success. Fox executive climate is different. A new VP of programming, an alt-timeline Jamie Kellner, recognizes the value of long-form speculative storytelling. Sliders is greenlit as a philosophical sci-fi series, not just a dimension-hopping adventure. The pilot airs uncut. Quinn's Slidewave moment remains intact. The red and black compass is introduced in full metaphysical context. In our world, these elements were reshot, trimmed, or removed entirely. Daniel S. Hart never leaves. The Jungian screenwriter and allegorical consultant stays on board. He pushes for metaphor-driven worlds and resonance-based story arcs. No studio panic over ratings, thanks to early online buzz and strong critical reception, especially to episodes like Truth Earth and Mirror Earth. Fox doesn't meddle. There's no forced action shift, no chromag bloat, and no character removal. And so, in Elysian Echo 3, Sliders slides true. Aired from 1994 through 2002, its 5-season arc remains unbroken, mythic, and untouched by compromise. The Slidewave was honored, the compass remembered, the journey completed. Season-by-season overview. Season 1. The Spiral Door opens, 1994. Core theme: wonder and consequence. Quinn discovers the Slidewave, an unstable echo navigated through harmonic equations. Worlds include Truth Earth, no lies but no memory retention. Emotion Earth, weather reacts to feelings. Mirror Earth, each slider confronts their shadow self. The finale reveals they are not alone. Mr. Moon debuts, an eccentric electronic shopkeeper who speaks in riddles. Season 2, The Unseen Engineers, 1995. Core theme: patterns in chaos. Strange glyphs begin appearing across worlds. Arturo's existential arc begins. He meets versions of himself who chose safety over discovery. Mr. Moon reappears in shifting forms: anchor, observer, guide. Finale: Quinn confronts his shadow self, a version who never slid and is happier. Also includes Emerald Gate Bridge, Curfew World, Wade's Loop, a world where time resets every sunset. Season 3, The Fracture of the Self, 1996. Core theme: identity is not static. Wade begins dreaming future slides, her consciousness expanding through resonance drift. Rembrandt becomes a prophet on one world, the voice of the slide. Key episode: Threadbare. Quinn slides into a world where he never existed, and his mother is finally at peace. Other worlds include a society where every person speaks only in borrowed dialogue, a black and white world where sound is sin. Season 4, The Broken Compass, 1997. Core theme: trusting the unknown. The compass begins to degrade. A dying observer, possibly an ancient Mr. Moon, gives them a resonance key, an empathic artifact that stabilizes the Slidewave. Benish returns, now a rogue slider writing songs to map timelines. Worlds include Mirror Storm, Earth, where storms create hallucinations of unlived lives. No Home Earth, a planet where no one can ever find their way home. Finale: they return to Earth Prime, but it's been subtly altered. Their old house is still standing, but no one ever lived there. Season 5, The Echo Always Returns, 1998 to 2002. Core theme, closure and continuance. The slide is no longer just a tool. It is a living song, seeded by forgotten minds. Mr. Moon's final forms include a child with alien eyes, a blind woman who speaks in reverse truths, a janitor polishing an obsidian hallway. Episodes include The Place Where Names End, Elysian Harmonic, Final Tether, where the last slide must be made with emotion, not code. Final episode. The sliders arrive on a world where their doubles completed the journey. Obsidian monuments line the shoreline, each inscribed with a message. We made it through. We left this place for you. Final scene. A quiet beach. A man in a red coat waves from the horizon. The screen fades. Quinn's voice. The Einstein-Rosen-Podolsky Bridge. We didn't cross it. We are it. Mythic symbols of Elysian. Echo 3. The red and black compass. Not a machine, but a dream geometry key. Resonance keys. Emotional artifacts. Quinn's toy. Wade's pendant. Arturo's chalk phrase. The slide wave. A vibrational pulse that minds use to call worlds to them. Mr. Moon. A multiversal anchor appearing in every world, reminding them who they are. Cultural impact in that timeline. Sliders becomes a philosophical cornerstone of speculative television, frequently taught alongside The Left Hand of Darkness, The Little Prince, and Arrival. A cult following launches the Compass Theory forums in the early 2000s. Fan-made slidewave journals chronicle dreams they believe were echo transmissions.